guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this makeup look for you. I put this picture on Instagram just because I was playing around with lip colours and you guys loved this makeup look and you wanted me to film it, so here it is. I have changed it slightly by adding lashes and winged liner. This picture is no lashes or winged liner, so you can do either option, totally up to you, just depends how glam you want to be. I feel like I haven't done a full-on like glam makeup look for a while, hence why I've gone for the winged liner and lashes in this tutorial. But as I said, if you don't want to go full glam, then wear no lashes and winged liner and you can see it totally rocks. So if you want to see how to get this makeup look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm starting with the eyes today, and first of all I'm priming them with my Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I'm just using my fingers to pat this onto my eyelids, just to give a clean base to start with. Then I'm moving on to the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia, and I'm taking the shade Tempera. I'm using all Iconic London brushes for this eye look. If you didn't see or you don't follow Iconic London, then I took over their Snapchat last week, I think it was, and I promised you guys I'd do a full tutorial using the brushes, so here it is. If you don't follow them on Instagram or Snapchat, I will leave their links here. Iconic London Snapchat's really good because they have so many people taking over it, so it's basically like a makeup tutorial every day. So I do recommend following them on Snapchat. Anyway, I'm taking the flat shader brush just to pack that Tempera shade on, and then I'm taking the fluffy brush and the shade Burnt Orange, just to run this through my crease and outer corner and just that whole general upper crease area. Sorry my voice sounds still a bit funny, I've still got that cold. It's on the way out, but it's still very much just lingering around. Then I'm taking this angled sort of brush. It's like an angled crease brush, and it's really good for applying products into the crease because of the shape of it. I don't know, it just really helps you get that angle and also flick it out at the edges. I'm taking the shade Rilgar, I don't know if that's how you say it, and I'm just applying that in kind of the same area, just into the crease, but more in the actual crease rather than the upper crease. And then taking the fluffy brush again to blend out the edges. This fluffy brush is so good. You know me, I usually use my Sigma E40, but since I've got this one, this is all I've used. It's just super fluffy, you know? It's so fluffy! Anyway, blending out and just keep deepening it up until you're happy. I'm doing my eyes first because I didn't want to get any fallout because I am using a bit more of a pigment on the lid shade. But also, I just realised that when you do your eyes first, at first it looks really messy because you can be messier because you know that you have to clean it up anyway. So I feel like when I do this part, it's all quite messy and it's a bit like, whoa, what are you doing? But then because you have to clean up to put on your foundation and concealer, the finished result is just so much more professional looking, I think. So I don't know if I might start doing my eyes first more often, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, for the lid shade, I'm going in with the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. This is in the shade Sequin, and it's this beautiful kind of pinky shade, but also looks kind of coppery, especially when you mix it with these shadows. I'm applying some MAC Fix Plus onto this small flat shader brush, and I'm just packing that onto the lids. And as you can see, it's a beautiful kind of metallic-y, shimmery shade. Like, it's so bomb. It's one of my favourites. I just ordered a ton of new products from Colourpop because they now ship to the UK, guys. Yes, they ship to the UK. Go, go, go! So I just ordered some new products from them, so I would do probably like a haul / first impressions maybe, I don't know, let me know. Anyway, this brush worked really well to pack on this colour. As I said, I made it wet, and if you make it wet, it actually made me have no fallout at all, so you could have done your face first. Then I'm taking the pencil brush and the darkest red shade, and I'm just deepening up that crease and winging it out just a tiny bit more. A pencil brush is good for that just because it's really precise, and I also love a pencil brush on my lower lash line. And then obviously just blending it out. But you can see I very much winged out the eyeshadow, and we will be doing a wing in a second as well. Okay, so cleaning up those edges, just clean them up in your wing shape, if that makes sense. And obviously just clean up your actual face in case you've got any fallout on there. And then I'm going to go in with my liner. Your liner should be a little bit easier now because you've already got the shape kind of from the eyeshadow. And I really tried to get this in frame for you. Usually I really struggle, and this was a struggle. Like, you have no idea how far away this mirror is from me, and you know how blind I am anyway. So this was like a struggle to do this on camera, but I'm actually so pleased. Look how much I'm in the frame. Like, this is the best ever. Anyway, I just did a winged liner how I think suits my eye best. Obviously do whichever winged liner suits your eye best. For me, I prefer my winged liner to be like not much in the inner part of my eye, like the first half of my eye to be really thin, and then it just to get thicker and wing out at the edges, because I like to make my eyes look as almondy as possible, because that's just the look that I like. So that is the kind of wing shape I do. Then I applied my unicorn lashes in Lunar Fleur. I really like these lashes, you need to check them out, they're really good. And then I'm moving on to my eyebrows. I'm taking the Benefit Browsing in the shade number 4, and I am using another one of the brushes from that set. As I said, this brush set, like, it has every brush you need. I feel like they really took the time to really figure out what brush you need, you know, so you could just like use this one set. Like, that's what I did. Anyway, I'm using this brush. You could use this brush for eyeliner as well. If you do wings liner, this would be perfect. Like a gel liner, I mean, not wing liner. If you use gel liner, this brush would be super good for that. But I don't really use gel liner often, so this worked perfect for me for my eyebrows. Okay, so moving on to face, I'm first of all using the Retexturizing Face Primer by Iconic London. Again, I did this as a first impression on their Snapchat, and ever since then I've been using it. It's really, really good. It definitely blurs out your pores, gives your face just a really nice smooth base to start foundation with. So I've been using it ever since I got it. And then for foundation, I'm going in with my Armani Luminous Silk foundation. Is that what it's called? That didn't sound right. It is, isn't it? This is in the shade 9, so it's pretty tanned, but it does actually match my body. You can see it already matches my neck, because obviously I went away, so my body just holds on to a tan a lot better than my face. My face just goes super pale so quickly, but this shade is perfect. The Armani Luminous Silk shades, a lot of them have a more olive undertone, so it's more of like a green base rather than a yellow, so you don't tend to look orange as much. Then for concealer, I'm taking that same concealer I used on my eyelids, so the Tarte Creaseless, the Marajuku or something concealer. I'm just using my ring finger to first of all pat that in. Because it's a very thick concealer, I feel like you need to pat it in with your finger first of all, just to warm the product up so it blends out really nicely, and so you don't use too much. I'm then taking my damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend all of that out. I really like this concealer. I always forget about it, and I really like it. I'm using the Iconic London Contour Kit, the banana shade. Again, this was sent when I did the Snapchat takeover, and I've used it ever since. The banana shade is really good. In fact, the whole palette's really good. But the thing I like about the banana shade is it has got a yellow tint to it, but it's nothing too crazy, and it really smooths. Like, it really smooths everything out. Like, yeah, I really like it. Then taking one of the contour shades, I'm using more of the warm bronzy one, as I prefer it to be a warmer colour in the summer, and I'm just taking my Radial contouring brush just to blend that in to my cheekbones, my forehead and my jawline. Then I'm going in with, you guessed it, my Illamasqua Epic Beyond Powder onto my cheeks and cheekbones. You guys know I love this stuff. Just look at that pop on my cheek, like, come on. And then, as you guessed it, Moonstone from Anastasia on the highest points of my cheek up the top. So I don't really take this one down onto the cheek as much, I just leave it on that very top high point of the cheekbone. Yes girl, you glow girl. And then I'm setting it all with my MAC Fix Plus setting spray. I'm also using the Moonstone to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone, and for that I'm using the small thin detailer brush from that same brush set. This brush again is multi-use. You could use it for lips, like you could use it for lip thing, you could use it for liner. It's just a super small detailing brush. I really like it for this part because it's super small, so it's easy, you know. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm taking the Urban Decay liner in Whiskey, and then I'm taking the Regal shade and a flat brush and just packing that onto the lower lash line. And then again blending out with that same angled contour brush we used on the upper eyelid. If you feel like you go too low with your lower lash line, I just take the brush that I used to set my under eye with and I just buff it out with that. It works really well. It gives it a really good like diffusedness, you know, because that is a word, you know, diffusedness. Yeah. There she goes, diffusing it. Okay, so then I'm going to apply some mascara to my bottom and top lashes. That was backwards. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's pretty much the only mascara I ever use. And then, what's that bit of hair doing? Girl, sort your hair out. Moving on, we're doing the lips, and this is what I wore. So it's the Nude Sticks, and this is in the shade Raven, and it's like a berry. I would say it's like a berry, like a dark berry colour, I would say, right? I think. And who said you can't wear a dark lip in summer? Like, I think it looks really good, especially if you're like slightly tanned, you've got like this shimmery eye. I think it looks super cool. So obviously you could totally pair this with a nude lip and it would rock, but just to make it a little bit different, like, let's just go for it and wear this berry. It's really freaking cool. Anyway, once you have done the lip, your look will be complete, and this is the finished look. I really hope you like it, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.